Hello and welcome to the Second Take podcast with Lleyton and Kiran. Today we have a bunch of NFL stuff. We have NFL Pick'em week 11. Week 11. We have a look back at our preseason team draft that we did. We also are doing an NFL tier list and comparing it to what we said before the season started. First game, Thursday Night Football, New England Patriots, Atlanta Falcons. I want the Patriots. I think that's not too hard of a decision.
I want the Patriots, and I want the Patriots to win this division. Sure, we picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl, but I think this would be a great story for the Rook, Mac Jones. He's won our Offensive Rookie of the Year award, in my mind. I don't know what he can do in the last 7 weeks to lose that award. Bills haven't gone on a bye yet. So the Patriots are only one back in the loss column there for that division. And with Cordero Patterson out, I want the Pats as well.
There you go. Okay. Indianapolis Colts versus Buffalo Bills.
Colts are 5-5 team. The Colts are a 5-5 team that I could see winning a game in the playoffs as a wild card team. I think if the Colts sneak in, Colts are not a fun first round matchup. Let's just say that. Lleyton and I actually every week since they started 0-1 said they're the worst 2-5 team. They're the worst 3-5 team. They're the worst 4-5 team.
All around, yeah. The best. Yeah. The best of each.
So now they're 5-5. They're probably the best 5-5 team. But
there you go.
They're not winning in Buffalo.
No. Jonathan Taylor will have a game, maybe.
Jonathan Taylor won't get that many chances because they're going to be down. They're going to have to pass. Pittman might have a big night.
Hate that guy.
Taylor on the backfield receiving, maybe. This is I don't know why the Bears are still playing games. They should just tank. Maybe trade Justin Fields for a 6th-round pick if they can still get any value for him. Maybe trade Dalton for a first. The Red Rocket can still sling it, that's for sure. But I want Action Jackson coming off a loss, an embarrassing loss to the Dolphins on Thursday night, lost me some money. I'm taking the Ravens to bounce back and probably the spread.
There you go. Bears abysmal, Ravens abysmal last week, but believe in Lamar. Lions, Browns. The worst team versus
the Lions. I will do some foreshadowing to the team draft. I picked the Lions. The Lions were on pace for 0-17. But thank God for the Steelers and Mason Rudolph get me a tie. It's not soccer. 0-8-1. I want the Browns. Dysfunctional.
Nice. Okay, cool. I thought you were going to keep going there. Texans, Titans.
I like my little dysfunction and all line. I thought we'd end it there, but you just sort of sat in silence.
You seem like you're going to keep talking.
We have two easy picks. Titans look like the best team in football over the last 6 weeks. And Packers get the anti-vaxxer back, and the Vikings can't buy a victory. Except
Packers defense looking really nice right now. Just saying. Shout out Russell Wilson and the Seahawks in Lambeau.
Wilson has a broken finger.
I don't care. Okay, shout out DK Metcalf and Tyler
Lockett.
Got ejected.
It was pretty funny.
Hilarious. The frustration got to him, I guess. And without Jair and without Zadarius Smith, unfortunately, with Whitney Merciless out for the rest of the season with
brutal.
I forget what it was, but out for the rest of the season, I believe. There you go. So Dolphins, Jets.
As I've stated before, I have to pick an upset for my other league. But I'm not taking the Jets. I still want the Dolphins.
Yeah. Tank Bowl. Except one team can beat the Ravens. Saints, Eagles. Kind of mid.
Saints will be marching in as the song goes. Trevor Siemian.
I'm very tempted to end the meeting right now. Sorry.
Well, when the Saints go marching in, it's a very famous song. I thought it was a great allusion to popular culture.
Or unpopular culture, some would say.
Good one. Keo probably listens to it. Saints win. Trevor Siemian and all. I don't know what that was.
There you go. Carolina Panthers.
Cam Newton is
CMC
back. He plays like MVP form, playing just 8 weeks of the year. He wins 2021 MVP in shocking fashion. Goes on a 4-year dynasty-like run. The Panthers win 3 championships. He wins 2 MVPs. He challenges Brady as the greatest NFL player of all time. I'll pick the Washington football team.
Is that your upset?
No. My upset's coming in 3 picks.
Oh, wow. Interesting. CMC
Washington
is
beat Brady, though.
the greatest white player to ever
Props to
live.
them.
But here we go.
49ers beat
Jags.
the Rams on Monday night, whatever today is.
A very impressive showing, I would say.
Rams are
Personally,
a joke of a franchise of late.
Von Miller can't get it done.
No, he cannot.
Ouch. Glasses man is nothing to Jimmy G and crew.
Go back to studying.
Got him.
Got him.
Oh, that was funny.
Those glasses don't belong in a football field. They belong in a classroom.
Actually,
I have 2 upsets. It looks like.
Oh, there you go.
Because I want the Raiders.
Ooh, well, yeah, I don't.
Why?
I think the Bengals are amazing. And I don't think the Raiders.
Cincinnati was happy at 5-1, but not at 5-4.
It's time to break this. They're due for a win, I would say. Momentum doesn't exist. It's not real.
Out of Las Vegas with the loss. I want the Raiders.
I think the Bengals stir something up inside of their heart because they do have heart. They do have passion. Cincinnati does not. Cincinnati's a great city, a very respectable city, I would say. Las Vegas, the city is, it's kind of mid city.
Mid-city, mid-football team. They're about to be 5-5.
Bengals are, but yes, I agree. The Raiders are about to be 5-5.
Upset number 2 on the way.
But the Chiefs.
About them Cowboys?
I don't think this is that much of an upset. I think the Chiefs. Wait, this is your upset for the other thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call that an upset, really. I think the Chiefs are not very good. I think the Chiefs are not very good right now. I think the Cowboys.
It's upset city.
We know the Cowboys are good.
The over. I'm gonna bet like $2,500 on the over in this game, no matter what the line is set at. Let's see what it is.
Interesting. I guess the Chiefs have still captivated the hearts of casuals, NFL casuals everywhere. 53% somehow scamming their way up there, even though the Cowboys, I would say, are still relatively clear favorite.
Points? Oh my God, 56 points is the easiest over of my life.
I'm going to pretend like I know what that means and move on to the Cardinals and Seahawks. The Seahawks don't look that great.
This is not a bad upset, actually, if Colt McCoy's still in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Cardinals haven't looked too bad with him, though.
I'll change it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
like 42-3.
They're 1-1 though with him.
He looked terrible.
1-1.
He had like 3 strip sacks.
Seems pretty mid. And I think DeAndre Hopkins is back as well this week, anyways.
Yeah. You need that for your fantasy team because
I don't actually. How many points did you put up, and how many points did I put up this week?
He's creepy.
Yeah, tell me.
He's 1 win behind you.
Yeah.
He's 2 up on me, so I don't know why I'm talking, but he's.
The Seahawks didn't look that great, even though I think that was emphasized by the great Packers defense.
Okay.
Russell Wilson being
last week. Chargers bounced back.
Terrible.
They beat the Steelers. Yada.
Wow.
Buccaneers beat the Giants.
2 points, 1 safety. That's it.
How many points have we scored in Giants, Bucks? I'm gonna go 5-0. Sure, nice. You get your safety. But with just seconds to play, they're gonna take the field goal just to be safe. Make that a 5-0 victory for the Buccaneers. We move on.
All right, there you go.
Team draft. Podcast OGs will remember this one. From before week 1, I thought it was just a fun new way to look at the teams. Second day podcast team draft. Let's revisit this. I open with the Packers.
Great pick.
Good, not
Great
great.
pick.
Good,
Great.
not great.
You couldn't have foreseen Aaron Rodgers being an anti-vaxxer. So that is a great pick in my
I
book.
could have.
Congratulations.
If I'd watched that interview 5 times in a row, I would have figured out that he was saying some shady stuff about being immunized.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, you would have.
Just because he said immunized instead of vaccinated, I would have been like, oh, he's just a bit of a weird guy.
Cowboys would be the best pick here. Just because the Cowboys division is so much easier. So like the Packers going into this
So
year,
much easier.
I wouldn't say it's a guarantee that they'd win the division like the Cowboys would. But yeah, I'd say they're the second lock. The Cowboys really dropped in this draft. You pick the Chiefs. They're still going to win their division. They're just not going to have as many wins. I don't know why you wouldn't take the Bucks here. Bucks look like
I don't like Tom Brady.
pick.
I'm all about representation. You know.
That's why you picked
Tyreek
Josh
Hill.
Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Ryan Tannehill. 3 picks in a row. 3 of the whitest.
No, I was picking Derrick Henry there. And OBJ, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, Stephon Diggs. Oh, yeah. No.
Domestic abusers in the NFL.
Domestic abusers. Yeah. That's a demographic.
What is happening?
The Chiefs. They should have been a good pick.
No one could have seen this coming except if you'd spent like 5 minutes looking at the teams that Brady beat in the Super Bowl. We move on. Bucks, Brady's a stud. Bills, we picked them to win the Super Bowl. Okay. Ravens, great pick. Browns, terrible pick. Cowboys, great pick. Titans, at this point, steal of the draft. Rams, even better. Seahawks, unlucky. Russell Wilson got hurt. They were bad before. Patriots, that's the pick of the draft. They're 6-4. Washington football team is 3-6. Colts look a tiny bit better than the Niners. Steelers look a little bit worse than the Saints, but in the long run, neither of those would be great. Chargers, great pick. Vikings, terrible pick. Dolphins, terrible pick. Broncos, a few more wins than we expected.
Decent.
I would say Raiders, outstanding pick at 5-4. Jags have 1 real win, but I think 2 actual wins. Falcons and Bears, both pretty mid. Giants and Eagles, I don't know why they jumped off this board so quick and then so clearly the pick of the draft. At pick 27, the Cardinals. They had to do some math there because at 2, not 1.
At least you got it right.
Yep. It's a classic.
Solid.
17 situation.
Yeah, definitely
Panthers,
the pick of the draft. I mean,
Panthers
that's the biggest.
good. Bengals. Actually, no, I got the Bengals a pick later, and then the Lions are not 0-17, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
So
the Cardinals was
great
just
bottle drop if I somehow don't win.
You would no. I feel like I just want to know how many points clear of me you are. Because
Let's
that
look
Cardinals
at the top
pick,
7.
Cardinals at 27 is ridiculous. First of all, Chiefs at 1 and Bills at Chiefs at 2 and Bills at 4 is sad.
And Browns at 6 is the worst of all of your picks.
Is it? What are the Browns?
Browns are below 500, yeah?
Are they?
With the Cowboys, Rams, Titans, and Patriots on the board, it looks bad.
I believe in them. It didn't pay off.
Yeah, you couldn't have predicted the Patriots, but I would have taken the Cowboys, Titans, and Rams over them.
Still got the Titans to be fair, but yeah, I've definitely
Titans great
lost.
pick. I think we said there would be some punishment for the loser. I don't remember what it was. We obviously didn't.
We'll watch that back. VAR on that.
It was probably an off-camera agreement. But you have to do something when you lose this in a couple weeks. So let's move on to our tier list.
There you go. Here it is.
No. Let's look at our tier list that we already did. At the start.
It doesn't exist.
How?
Fine. We can pull it. We can pause the recording and pull it up after we're done with this. I think we should just do it clean first.
Okay. S tier. Super Bowl contenders, as always. We will go next with playoff lock. B stands for mid. C, bums. And then D is tank.
There you go. That's success.
Grand success.
All right. The Titans first up
All right, playoff lock.
at 8-2. There's no way they fumble this. I hope. I think.
Is okay, mid.
Been playing well without Derrick Henry.
This should be mid/contender. Because B tier teams will be on the corner of playoff lock and contending.
You want like this?
Yeah. Seems like a lot of words just do mid/contender, but okay.
Is it contender with an E?
Yes. It's an embarrassing on camera blunder by you. Dolphins are bums. They can't tank really.
Browns.
Are mid.
Cheeky playoff contender. We'll see. I think
Jaguars are tanking again.
Huh.
Lions are tanking again. Vikings are bums. We'll order them after. Buccaneers are obviously Super Bowl contenders. The Niners should be at the bottom of playoff contender. Maybe bums. Falcons should also be bottom of playoff contender. They have the same record as the Niners, right? I think the Ravens are a real Super Bowl contender. I really do.
We can discuss.
Bears are
Bears
bums.
suck.
Bears
The
are bums.
bums, yeah. Bengals.
Bottom of playoff contender. Cowboys are
Bottom Super Bowl contender.
Super Bowl contender.
Bottom, by the way.
They're above the Ravens. We'll discuss. The Colts
I
are
agree with that, actually.
a playoff contender. Not a lock. Because they play there in the Titans division. Rams are a Super Bowl contender. The Chargers are not a playoff lock.
High contender. I don't. At the rate they should be. I don't know. The way the standings work out, they might miss.
Because they and the Chiefs have the same record, I put the Chiefs in a playoff lock position.
Well, the Chargers just had a bye, though. That's the only reason why, yeah.
No, they lost to the Vikings.
Chiefs are 6-4. Chargers are 5-4.
They had a bye like 3 weeks ago.
They had a bye. Yeah.
You said they just had a bye. I was a bit confused.
No, I just meant they had a bye. So
yeah, they
okay.
The Saints are somehow a playoff contender, and maybe the Niners and Falcons will have to move down. The Giants are bums. The Eagles are bums. The Steelers are bums. The Broncos are bums.
Their fan base
are really bums.
I would agree. Their fan.
The Broncos and their fans are bums.
Just a minute.
Let's go. I get my anti-Broncos thing every show. Packers are somehow a Super Bowl contender, led by the anti-vaxxer. I wouldn't put them at 1, but okay.
No, we're not ordering yet. We're not ordering yet.
I guess.
Yeah. 1 game behind the Saints.
Have to be above the Falcons and the Saints. If we look towards the rest of the season, the Raiders are a playoff contender. The Skins are bums.
Oh, that's Washington football team to you.
No. I want to put the Cardinals as just a playoff lock. Do you think
we'll talk about it after. Just initial opinions now.
And I think the Bills are also a playoff lock.
I'm not opposed to that.
The Seahawks are like the best team in bums, but we'll figure that out. The Jets are tanking and the Patriots are in contention.
All right, here we go.
Let's go from the top.
Out of all these teams, assuming nobody gets canceled and cut for political
Packers
views.
are 1, Cowboys are 2.
I don't hate it.
But Cowboys can beat the Buccaneers and they can beat the Rams. I honestly think that.
I would say it goes like that for these top 5.
I would agree. This seems wrong because we only have one AFC team in Super Bowl.
I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, these 3 are down here. I mean, that's that. And the Cardinals with the injuries they have right now.
I think the Cardinals are the bottom of playoff lock.
Why?
Okay, no, they're a playoff lock, but they're not the 5th team in a Super Bowl contender. The Bills
They're
or
so
Chiefs or Titans
good.
have to move up.
With
The Bills or
with
Chiefs or Titans have
health,
to move up.
with health, they're so good.
Are they?
They are. I mean, okay, you're calling the Titans, you're saying the Titans might have
But
to be a
like
Super Bowl
air
contender.
raid Cliff
I could-
Kingsbury offense is not
I could not see the
sustainable for a
Titans
full
winning the
playoff
Super
round.
Bowl. I could see any of these top 5 teams winning the Super Bowl. I could even see the Cardinals winning the Super Bowl. I could not see the
Chiefs
Titans
winning
winning.
the Super Bowl easily. I can see the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
So then they're a contender for the Super Bowl, is what you're saying.
Sure, move them both up. Their path
Okay,
is so
there you
much
go.
easier than those of the. If you're the Packers, Cowboys, Buccaneers, and Rams, you have to play 2 of these teams in this list. That's so difficult to do. I don't see the Cardinals contending for a Super Bowl.
I do.
Can the Cardinals beat the Packers?
Yes,
Can the Cardinals
they
beat the
can.
Cowboys?
They can,
Can the
yes.
Cardinals beat the Buccaneers?
Yes.
Can the Cardinals beat the Rams? No,
Yes.
no,
yes.
no.
Yes, they can. They
It's
can.
not.
I can see the Cardinals winning against any of these teams
I cannot.
in the playoffs.
I cannot.
Healthy, the Cardinals are probably the best team. If not the
What?
Packers. If not the Packers, who are the
Their
only
defense
team.
is junk.
Their offense is just so good. With health, their offense is just so good.
They don't have a
Yeah.
running game.
It doesn't matter. We saw
Air
it through
raid
the
offense
first.
is not sustainable for a full season in the playoffs.
They don't have to do it for the
But
For the
point
rest
of
of the
the
season.
air raid offense, but point of the air raid offense is like it's so good, but at some point it's gonna run out, and they can't perfectly execute that against the Rams defense and the Buccaneers defense.
but it's possible that they do. I'm not saying it's probable that they do. I'm saying there's a decent chance
You are saying it's probable.
that I'm not saying it's probable. I'm not saying they're my favorite to win the Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
There's
lad?
not
That's
this
what
many
probable
Super
means.
Bowl
Probable
contenders.
means it's a majority of the chance, lad.
The majority.
I would
of the
say
teams of what?
For 4 games, in 4 games that the Cardinals played to reach the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, right? Out of the playoffs, they have a better chance of using that air raid offense 4 times in a row and it working against any of these defenses on the NFC and it working
They can't
over the
stop the
likes
Bucs.
of the
They
Ravens,
can't
the
stop
Chiefs,
the Rams.
and the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Can't
Obviously,
beat
one of
the
these guys is going to
Packers.
make it, which I guess kind of makes them contenders, but not really. The NFC is going to win the Super Bowl this year, 100%.
But Super Bowl contender.
They are a Super Bowl contender. I think they're more of a contender than any of the AFC teams right now. The Chiefs don't play well. The Bills don't really play well. Josh Allen has looked really terrible in a couple of games.
At least he's played.
The
those
Ravens look
games.
even more inconsistent than the Cardinals when they're healthy.
Deandre is not going to be 100% for the rest of the year. It looks like. I mean, he tried.
You
to come
don't
back,
you
that
don't know.
failed.
Listen. You cannot say
He's
that based
so
on him being out for
injury-prone,
2
brother.
weeks. He was out for 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden he's going to be
he
gone
was
for the
out
rest of the
one
season. What do you
before
want
the
about that?
bye. Then he tried to come back against the Packers, couldn't.
Yeah,
And now
he
he's got
couldn't
two
because
extra
they're
weeks.
just too good.
Are
Yeah?
they?
It's not because he wasn't 100% health.
You take one. You take 2 weapons off that team. They look so bad.
I agree, but with those 2 weapons, they're a Super Bowl contender.
We took 2 weapons out of the Cowboys and they still won. We took 2 weapons off the Packers and they looked fine to
And then,
me.
and then the Cowboys won with their weapons out, and then you put the weapons back in, and they lost. So
Yeah,
what are you
you're right.
saying?
And the Cardinals have 1 loss as well.
Against the Packers, who are apparently our Super Bowl favorites.
Without Devontae Adams. That's a game you have to win if you're the best team in the NFC.
Oh my God. This guy, lad. Listen, the Cardinals, healthy, on that run that they had at the beginning of the season, If you swap out the Packers for the Cowboys, they're winning another game.
If you swap out the Packers for any team that's not the Buccaneers or Rams, they win another game.
I think that you swap out Packers for anybody and they still win that game.
I disagree.
I don't know what to say.
Like, I don't think that's right.
Listen. If you're saying the Cardinals aren't a contender, I think there's a high % chance that they use that air raid offense and just win all the playoff games. More of a chance of that happening than the Ravens actually winning a Super Bowl, than the Chiefs actually winning the Super Bowl, than the Bills actually winning the Super Bowl.
I disagree, though. The Ravens pass, or the Chiefs, one of those three teams pass can be so easy.
Deandre Hopkins is back by then, let's say. Kyler Murray's back by then. They go back to that beginning of the season. They go back to that beginning of the season run where they're just passing the ball and they're just having field days week after week after week. They can't do that 4 weeks in a row and with a bye week before the Super Bowl.
You're assuming they're going to go back to one of the greatest 6 weeks of offense we've ever seen. That's
I wouldn't doubt it. DeAndre Hopkins is
a large assumption to make of a coach that's never been in the playoffs, a quarterback that's never played in the playoffs, and a star wide receiver that's played 2 games in the playoffs.
And DeAndre Hopkins is the second best wide receiver in the league. And when healthy, Kyler Murray is a top 3 as well. What?
DeAndre Hopkins, maybe by week 1 of the playoffs, he's back to 100%. Which is a big ask of him. He's been injured like every year for the last 5 years, yeah? At least minor injuries. He has a lot of things that he's been banged up. He's debatably the second best.
He is the second. Who?
Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp right now somehow.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp, it's a bit weird. He's putting up production, but he's just not as good. He's not as good as DeAndre Hopkins is, realistically. He has the numbers, but he's just not as good.
Arguably,
I agree. Arguably, Tyreek is better. DeAndre Hopkins, let's say third.
I think clear. Tyreek's never been injured, which is a big plus.
Okay, let's say DeAndre Hopkins third. He's still the third best wide receiver in the NFL, and you have Kyler Murray, who is playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So there you go.
But who's he playing? He's playing the 2 QBs above him, right? In Rodgers and Brady.
What would the bracket be?
Do you think the Cardinals stave off the Rams or no?
No. Let's say no. Worst case scenario, no. They're the second in their division, yeah.
So they have to play a wild card game.
Yeah.
Let's look at how the NFL bracket sets up because it's new this year with the 18 games. I think NFL playoff seeding bracket. So they're not the 1 seed, the 2 seed, the 3 seed, or the 4 seed, right? Let's say they're the 5 seed.
Yeah.
The worst division winner will be the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
They play the Rams in the first round in LA.
Okay, they win that.
Then
even just playing a mid Cardinals game, they win that, I think. So
then, if all goes right, they play the Cowboys. Then they either play the Packers or Bucks. So it's Rams, Cowboys, Packers, Chiefs. That's their 1, 2, 3, 4 to win the Super Bowl.
And I could see it happening.
Rams, Cowboys, Packers, Chiefs. One of those teams can beat them.
I have more confidence that they will win every game there than the Chiefs winning that last game.
The Chiefs play like the Browns, which is nothing. The Ravens, which may be.
Yeah. No. I agree that they get there. Yeah. They have a better chance of getting to the Super Bowl. But contending for a Super Bowl, no. Because the Chiefs are not winning that last game. The Cardinals, if they do play well, on the chance that they play well, they will win every game. And there's a higher chance they play at that level than there is of the Chiefs just winning that Super Bowl
But
game.
the Chiefs will also be
Against
playing
the
on that
Packers
level
or
if
the
they get to the
Bucks.
Super Bowl. If the Chiefs find a way to go from 4-6 to winning the hardest schedule for the back half of the season and then winning 3 playoff games, they were what 3-5, 2 games below. At their worst, they were 3-5, maybe 2-5.
Aren't they 6-4 right now?
They're 6-4 right now, but they were 2 games below 500 at their worst point.
So how could they be 3-5? But okay, yeah, sure.
I don't know what their actual record. Maybe it was 2-4. Sure, you can nitpick that one sentence as much as you like.
Let's see.
2 games below 500. Look at like week 7 standings, maybe week 8.
1-0, 1-1 after a 1-point loss to the Ravens. 1-2, 2-2, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 5-4, 6-4.
Okay, so 3-4. They went from 3-4 to the Super Bowl. They definitely have all the momentum in the world.
No, after you think that's more momentum than the Cardinals winning against the Rams?
Not gonna happen. They cannot win those 3 games.
Okay. The Chiefs on that momentum, you think they win a Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers or the Bucks or the Cowboys?
I hate to say that Aaron Rodgers.
There's no way you think that.
They beat the Cowboys pretty handily, but there's no way the Cowboys beat the Bucks. They don't beat the Bucks.
They put up 13 against Green Bay's defense with Mason Crosby with 2 missed field goals against Jordan Love and no Devontae Adams.
Jordan Love was very good in that game, actually. We sort of breezed past that.
Vlad, he was mid at best.
His first 2, like everyone says, your first 2 series in the NFL are the hardest, yeah? Because you've never played against NFL defenses. He put him in scoring range both those times.
I agree. Mason Crosby messed up. Mason Crosby messed up our overtime run. Yeah. The Chiefs still played abysmal.
Sure.
The Chiefs played like trash.
Bills versus Cardinals. I probably still want.
You see the Bills playing how they're playing right now? The best chance the AFC has is the Ravens by far.
No, the Bills are more like sustainably good if we get to the playoffs. The Ravens have been even more hit or miss than the Bills.
Actually, but a hit or miss, is a better chance of hitting every game in a row than the Bills have of winning the Super Bowl. They're winning that last game.
But the Cardinals are well below the Packers, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Rams, I think.
In chance, yes.
Yes.
But you were arguing that they should be down to playoff luck, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's oh my god. Yeah, this is so frustrating.
I think having 8 Super Bowl contenders is so many Super Bowl contenders. There's no way that 8 actual teams have a chance at winning the next Super Bowl.
We've seen how they play when they get momentum, yeah? Imagine momentum against actual teams and not just whoever they played the first 6 weeks. Terrible. Right?
Wait, what? I missed that.
Who did they play the first 6 weeks?
The Cardinals? A lot of good teams. The Cardinals were cooking.
Let's see.
Right? They beat the Niners when we thought the Niners were good. I feel like
were the Niners good at that point?
I know you don't believe in inexperience, but I think inexperience will play a part when they get there. If they get or when
I don't
not
there. Believe in inexperience. I just don't think it has as much of an effect, to be honest.
They're so I guess Matthew Stafford.
They beat the Rams on that run.
Yeah, that was nice.
Kyler Murray threw for 268 and 2 touchdowns.
You're right. Other than that,
Chase Edmonds is actually. You said they have no run game. Chase Edmonds is decent.
Chase Edmonds out for the year, yeah?
Ooh.
Or just a few more weeks?
I think you're right, actually.
Like James Conner
James Conner's not terrible either.
I had one very good game against the Niners, but I don't know if that was with Colt.
Let's see. I think you are right, actually. Placed on IR. Yeah, but what's going on, though? Right. High ankle sprain. What?
How has he been out for 5 weeks already or 4 weeks already? I really like the addition of Zach Ertz. I think he's actually gonna play a real part. AJ Green's kind of nothing.
AJ Green's washed, actually.
Let's look
So
at
on that
Hopkins.
run, they beat the 49ers twice. Once when they were like opening week, or oh no. They beat the 49ers twice in week like 5 and 2 weeks ago.
One of them was a Trey Lance game.
That would be the second
17-10
one,
was a
right?
Trey Lance game, yeah.
Oh no, that's the first one, week 5. They beat the Browns by a lot.
God, their schedule is so easy. They might win
Yeah,
the division, actually. Pull up the Rams schedule, yeah?
They have the Seahawks, the Bears, the Rams, the
Seahawks win,
Lions.
Bears win, Rams lost, Lions win. Colts and Cowboys, I think they go 1-1.
In 2 weeks, Kyler Murray and D-Hop are both back likely, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. They won against the Rams already.
I think they'll lose to the Rams.
Okay. They have 2 questionable games. The rest should be easy for them.
The Rams
which is
have
Rams and Cowboys.
The Rams have 4 questionable games.
Yeah, that ain't good for the Rams.
Wait, no. They have Packers
and they're down a game already.
questionable. Ravens are questionable and 49ers are questionable because Sean McVay cannot beat the 49ers.
And they're down a game. So really, Cardinals win the division, yeah?
But do they win as a number 1 seed? No.
In the league? Or in the NFC?
NFC.
No, they don't. I think the Packers have an even easier schedule, right? The Cowboys, not the Cowboys. Also the Cowboys. But the Packers have a really easy schedule, I think. Just the Rams next week, which, wait, what? At some point? Oh, the Rams have a bye week.
Rams have a bye then.
Got it. Yeah. I figured it out. So Vikings isn't easy. Bears isn't easy. Ravens are difficult-ish. Browns should be an easy. Vikings again should be an easy. Lions again should be easy.
The Cowboys have a difficult schedule, in my opinion.
The Packers have the Rams coming off a bye at Lambeau in Baltimore. And that's 2 hard games, basically. Yeah?
Yeah, Cowboys have 2 against Washington, which should be easy. 1 against the Giants and Eagles, which should be easy. But I think the Chiefs are sketchy. I think the Raiders are sketchy. The Saints should be easy, and the Cardinals are sketchy.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. So, what? The Packers are number 1. Oh, let's see the Bucs then.
The Bucs have looked a little bit shaky to me.
Yeah, after last week, we didn't even talk about that. What happened? Why? Why did they lose?
Brady just had a tough game.
220, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
2 picks in the first quarter.
Leonard Fournette, 11 for 47.
The talent's there.
4.3 yards per carry.
But talent on that team is, I think, the second best. But talent on the Rams is ridiculous. The talent on the Bucs is ridiculous.
Rams need to sort themselves out, though.
But team of the Packers and Cowboys is great. But like raw talent is much more prevalent for the Buccaneers and Rams. Like as Cowboys and Packers fans, like our fear is that the Rams put it together. I
agree with that. I'll agree with that. They have so many players.
They have Aaron Donald on the line, then Von Miller if you get 1 level past that, and then Jalen Ramsey if you get 1 level past that.
And then with the offense is a whole nother story, really.
The offense is also ridiculous. Stafford has no playoff experience, but that doesn't matter when you're that old. Buccaneers have a Giants win, Colts, difficult but a win. Falcons win, Bills, difficult, Saints, somehow difficult for them. Oh my God. The Bucks have lost back-to-back games. Because the Bucks lost to Trevor Siemian.
That's sad.
Oh, the Bucks are looking sketchy.
Please let the Bucks lose to the Giants.
The
Please,
Bucks have
please.
3 losses.
Please let the Bucks lose to the Giants. Please, please, please.
Giants plus 11. I want that money line.
The Bucks could be in for a rough, but I don't know. If the Panthers end out the season well, CMC stays healthy, hopefully. Cam Newton is actually good, and it wasn't just two flukes.
Say the Panthers get a wild card spot. That makes the Chiefs' road so much easier. The Bills' road so much easier. Ravens' road so much easier. Oh, imagine if you get to play the Panthers in the first round of the playoffs.
But what do you want about?
The Panthers getting a wild card spot.
Yeah, the Panthers are in the NFC. What?
Yeah. They're not making it at all. They're not close.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
The AFC is so easy.
Actually, what are the Panthers right now? What's their record?
5-5.
5-5. Are they?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll play well, but they've just started off a bit too poorly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They could.
No. Opposite. They started off hot.
No, but in the first 10, like so far, they've just been not good enough. Now in the last 7, they'll play. Last 7? Last 7, they'll play well, better than they have the last 10 overall. But is it too little, too late, basically?
No. I think Saints fall off. Oh, Saints have a steep fall off.
Do they?
Saints next 4 week is at Philly. Brutal place to play. Cowboys and Buccaneers. And then freebie
Bills,
against the Jets.
Cowboys, Jets. Bills, Cowboys, Jets, Bucks. Yeah, that's rough.
And then Panthers, which may be to fight for that wild card spot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the 5th and 6th, right? In the wild card. Or 4th and 5th.
But the Rams.
Or what?
What? There's 2 teams that make the wild card. 3 teams. 3 teams make the wild card. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 gets a bye, and then the 3 get wild cards.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the NFC, that's going to be Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa, Arizona, the Rams.
Yeah.
Maybe Saints or Carolina, and then maybe the Niners or Seahawks. I could see a 3rd team coming out of that division. We might be putting the Niners and Seahawks as easy wins a bit too quickly. With Russell Wilson healthy,
we'll see about Russell Wilson.
Wasn't last week.
He just
With Russell Wilson healthy, what happened? They beat the Colts. They lost in overtime to the Titans. They beat the Vikings. They beat the Niners. So they're 3-1 with him healthy.
But the Niners 4-5 is the only problem. Vikings already 4-5. It could be Saints Panthers, really. The Saints just have a tough schedule, yeah.
The Niners have such an easy schedule. Jags win. Vikings win. Seahawks, maybe a loss. Bengals, Falcons win. Texans win. Seahawks, who do they have to play?
So one.
God. Oh my.
So 2, 4 rough games for the Niners, yeah?
Yeah. Are we counting the Seahawks as a rough game?
Yeah, I think so. There's no way Russell Wilson just plays this bad, right?
So the Niners or the Seahawks also have 4 rough games. 2 against the Cardinals, 1 against the Rams, 1 against the Niners. Then what theoretically should be easy wins at Washington, at Houston, host the Bears, host the Lions.
So then it just comes down to the fact that the Seahawks are already 3-6.
But if they beat the Niners in that one game, it's a whole new conversation, yeah?
Because that just evens it out, and it becomes
head-to-head.
They both have 3 rough games. Whoever can win more of the hard games out of those 3, they have 3 each after that.
Or head-to-head +2 for the Seahawks.
But if the 49ers win that, then it's done. Then the Seahawks are finishing last. Like 100%. There's no way the 49ers give up that many games.
But then 49ers have been like so inconsistent. So have the Seahawks.
What's the chance the Eagles get a wild card spot?
Low. They are not good.
They have the Saints. They have the Giants away. They have the Jets away. They have Washington at home. They have the Giants at home.
They
have Washington away, and then the end off the season.
Washington's not an easy win for them.
No, but it's just not. But it's not like they're a worse team than theoretically the Seahawks and definitely the 49ers, right? But they have that one game on the Seahawks. They haven't had their bye week yet, which is a dub for them. I can see them winning a good amount and they have a bunch of easy games as well.
Who?
The Eagles. They have the Giants twice, and they have the Jets once.
I think the Giants are in conversation with the Eagles.
Washington, I don't know about that. Washington at home shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. Hopefully for the Eagles anyway.
Like Jalen Hurts.
The Saints at home, we said was a rough game for the Saints.
I think the Saints are like the not wild card team, but like the wild card. In this
like they could. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think the Eagles could squeeze in there, if I'm being honest.
I do not.
I could see the Eagles finishing one above 500.
Oh, I could see the Niners finishing one above 500.
I could also just see it being Panther Saints, really.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's enough discussion. We've been at this for a little while now.
We have.
Thank you for listening. We will see you next week. Wow. Subscribe.
Yeah.